All right, my brother. Saturday morning. How you feeling?
Uh, well, we just talked a little bit off camera about how I'm feeling, but other than that, I'm doing all right, man.
Good.
Got a game today, so I'm just trying to focus on that.
Yeah, of course. As you can see, some work is currently being done in my apartment, and so if a leak just bursts, I'm sorry, audience, we're just going to cut it short. I know we only giving y'all an hour now. But if this cuts into like 15 minutes, I'm sorry.
Like we said, life just be
life
just be life, and sometimes.
Whoever is watching them, we are getting like one consistent viewer every time. I don't know who
shout
it is.
Out to Buddy, like whoever you are.
We appreciate you.
Share it with your friends.
I said we got to do like a real marketing campaign to like really get people to at least follow the channel.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's something we could plan eventually. We got so many clips that we could just like flood shit and like beg people, please follow. I was thinking about doing it for our birthday. It's like, yo, for my birthday, can you please just follow the channel? That's it. But like, it's now about to be March, so we'll figure it out.
Black History Month. Go follow some black men.
I don't need, you know what? Never mind. You got a song for us?
Yeah, I do. So Usher is doing the halftime show tomorrow, and he dropped his new album yesterday.
Yeah.
As a Usher fan, at some point, bro, you gotta give it up. Usher's not a pop star. Usher at this point should be aiming for King of R&B.
He's an R&B legend.
Your homie is locked up now. You should be aiming for King of R&B. You already reached legend status.
Okay.
You shouldn't be doing a bunch of Afrobeat songs and pop stuff. Stick to
no R&B on it.
It's R&B on it, but
I was gonna listen to it because I gotta run some errands after this. So I was just gonna pop it in.
All right, this is not the song that All right, no, I'm gonna just start with the song that I actually want to hear because the fans deserve a good start before it. And that one wasn't that good.
It wasn't. He put out "Looking for Myself" 2012. Never heard of it.
Nope.
"Hard to Love" 2016. Never heard of it.
I think that was the
2018.
One. 2016. I think that was the one that had that song "Dive" on it because I was like, did he just release a cornier version of "Dive In" by Trey Songz? No. And then I remember arguing with Mel's friend, Derek.
Okay.
Because I was like, Usher ain't came out with shit good. Since Here I Stand.
Yeah.
And I think this was in 2012, so it might have been. And he was like, no, that's not true. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, Here I Stand was 2008.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Be an Usher stan all you want, but album wise, of course, again, he's Usher. The music probably sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But is it music that I want to hear Usher make?
From Usher. Yeah, no.
I don't want to hear Trey Songz light from Usher. I don't want to hear Chris Brown light from Usher because nigga, you are Usher compared to them.
Right, you're the standard. They grew up on you. Do you know how many times I tried to do the U, little handstand?
Bro, I used to be able to do that shit. Just pop it out, boom.
No.
Now it's just it's he wants to be more. He wants to be them more than he realizes that they want it to be him.
I don't know. I just feel like I hate standing. Period. Like,
I'm looking forward to this performance, mostly because I feel like I'm gonna get a whole bunch of "you don't have to call" and like.
Hopefully, I mean, he did say it's going to be a lot of R&B. He said it's going to be R&B. So hopefully, it's not a bunch of like, oh my god, like hopefully it's not the pop.
That wasn't even it back when the song came out, and motherfuckers used to tell me that song was so annoying.
It was. And it's because of will.i.am for sure. But like it's
but
still
like
not
Usher
good.
doing it didn't help any. Like I feel like that was on Raymond versus Raymond. I feel like that was when I gave up on Usher. Like
I could never like give up on Usher just because of like what he meant to us.
No, but like that's what I'm saying. Like it was just like at that point it was like, all right, like I'm not going searching for Usher. Like if he put something out, and I see it, I'm gonna listen because it's Usher. But like you said, them albums between 2012 and 2018, wasn't seeing them shit.
I did not know they were out. No, like I'm sure I would have been like, oh, Usher,
right?
Sure.
And exactly because it's Usher. So like,
yeah.
But that's my point. Like he's Usher, so like there was obviously a gap where he wasn't Usher anymore. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I feel like we will never see like a Michael Jackson, Prince level star. Like I just feel like them two were like. Remember when we saw Prince at a fucking Warriors game? We were like, "Oh my god, that's Prince! What is he doing? Like,
why that goes outside?"
Like, literally, both of us were like, "Is that Prince?" Like, oh my god, that's Prince! Like, we will never see that level of stardom just because, like,
one, social media.
Yeah, times are different. You have more access to people. Like, niggas used to pass out at Mike concerts just because they saw him. Like, he was standing there.
Look, Michael Jackson. Oh, shit. Michael Jackson.
Imagine paying $200 for some tickets.
And waking up in a hospital. You wake up in a hospital 20 minutes into it.
Michael Jackson. Honestly, IV. Am I? I'd be so pissed at myself. We will never see that, but I feel like there's the second tier of like Beyonce, and I don't even want to say second tier, like a 0.5 tier, because I feel like she's close. It's just it would never be that.
Her T-Swizzle.
For the whites, for sure.
Low key, I think Adele could get there if she released more.
More depressing shit for sure. Like, if 30 is super depressed, she's gonna be fine, like for sure. But I feel like Usher could be there, but it's just like you say, he's worried about who's behind him and not like getting there. I don't know. Come on, Usher.
We want to dive into the girl beef? You know, we missed the first one, but you know. Speaking of Latto, she kind of went crazy on Ice Spice. That second verse.
Time out. Latto is so fucking fine.
Yeah, and I don't understand why people is trying to make it seem like looking mature is a bad thing.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Everybody been trolling her like, oh, she looked like somebody 40-year-old auntie. Since when?
Good.
Since when is hey auntie? Like
exactly. Thank you.
Bring your fine ass over here, Miss Parker.
Like, I don't want to look at my girl and be like, oh, she's so cute. Like, no. Like, take your little middle school ass down the street. I'm taking the 40-year-old. Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
Especially if she only 24. Like,
oh, I would never. I'm 30. You will never see me with a 20-something. Oh, God. Hell no. Like, unless she's 29, like, you will never hear me say, yeah, my girl's 21.
But that's what I'm saying.
We have to talk about?
Like, Latto is, I think, 24 or 25. So
for sure.
Her looking like a grown woman is hella attractive. Like,
yeah. Like fucking Ice Spice looks like a a fucking
She look like
adult.
strawberry shortcake. Like, what the fuck?
She just reminds me of like a baby deer. Like it's her eyes and her lips. It's like
You
just came out of a deer.
You get her a red hat and she'd look straight like strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
And it's not like she don't rap nursery rhymes anyway. So like,
you think you the shit, bitch? You not even the fuck. That shit hard. I don't care, bro. That shit is hard. Bitches be quick, but I'm quicker. Bitches be rich, but I'm richer. Bars. That shit is hard. I'm not saying it's Tierra whack. I'm not saying it's Rhapsody.
Speaking of which, have you heard Tierra Whack's new single?
I think so. I think I only heard it once though.
Bro,
but she fucking snaps, bro.
But like these songs, what is this? Wasn't what I was expecting.
I'm not mad at it. I think I know the play. I think I know what she's doing.
It's definitely hella creative. And
yeah.
And
it's like I've been spitting crazy bars for how many years now, and y'all niggas don't pay attention. So here, like I'm about to be as simplistic as possible because that's what y'all listen to, and then I'm gonna trick you into listening to the album, and I'm about to go fucking
bars,
stupid.
Bars. Like,
I love Tierra Whack. I love Rhapsody. I love Snow the Product. I love Baby Tate. Like it's so many dope women artists, and I fucking hate when I see like people commenting on an Ice Spice clip and they're like, "Oh, hip hop is dead. There's no good hip hop anymore. Women just talk stupid about everything." It's like, no, it's a lot of dope women. Like y'all just focusing on what's being pushed. But if you look, it's some good shit out here. Here's the thing: she writes. And we saw her when she was a kid. She's always been a good rapper. People was like, "Oh, she for sure went back in the studio when she heard her fart."
Oh yeah. That whole second verse was like, you really thought my song was about you because your video was in the back.
Why wouldn't I address it through music? Like she said, I don't, because I think she went on Gillian Wallow. She was just like, first of all, the song was with the cover with all the girl rappers with the little shit blocked out. Like she was like, it was an homage to all the women rappers, even my competition, because we out here killing shit. So like, I'm not thinking about that girl. Like, why would she even think that? You know, like, I'm not thinking about that girl, and I don't understand why she thinks I am.
Like, and I think I seen something else because she was like, oh, I think it was on her live. She was like, the video was playing in the background. I didn't see that shit, and she was like, and even if I did, I probably still would have went and did it because like, who was thinking about that? Like,
right? Like, Ice Spice, you are not at a lyrical level.
You are not
for someone to want to beef with you.
You are not at a musical level for someone to want to beef with you. Even that shit that she dropped, as soon as the beat dropped, it sounds like you about to do the hokey pokey. Like
she named it fart. Like we are not taking you seriously anymore.
You think you the shit? Bitch,
you're not even the fuck. That shit hard, but I don't care.
It's not.
I feel like we gotta like dial our levels of hard to like to like I said, it's not Tierra, it's not Rhapsody, it's not Nicki, it's not.
if that's hard, that's because it's horse shit.
It's a simplistic, catchy like earworm that if you hear it in the club, you're gonna hear every single woman in there say, "You think you the shit, bitch? You not even the fuck." Like that shit is hard. Like, if you hear the beat drop and every single woman's voice in a club saying the exact. You think you the shit, bitch? You not even the fuck. Oh, it's hard. I know you don't think it is, but it is. It just is. Why don't you want to admit that it is?
Can't do
Hey,
it.
man.
I can't do it.
Niggas didn't think.
If that's hard, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish is a bar.
Well, that's what Nicki did on Bigfoot, but like.
That shit hard, then.
No, that shit was not hard. I'm not even saying the song is hard, but the intro. You think you the shit, bitch? You're not even the oh, it's hard.
Think I'm the shit, bitch? I know it.
I'm sexy and I'm the. They thought that was hard. Hey, man. People was like, this is the worst line in hip hop history. And I was like, you think Cam will blam you is perfect? Like, that's not the worst line ever. Cam will blam you.
Hit
like,
you with the wham.
Like, it's a lot of shitty lines out there. Sure, it might be competing for it.
I'm really confused because I feel like we like the only two niggas on the earth that think Cameron can't rap. Everybody,
it's a lot of niggas who think he's hard.
Yeah, like, everybody I've ever heard like talk about Cameron, like, oh, that nigga could spit, and I just be like, what the fuck was I listening to then?
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
So
do
Dr.
I be
Seuss be spitting? Dr. Seuss be spitting?
What the fuck am I hearing wrong? Because something ain't right.
I don't know what it. I think it's for sure like Regency bias. Like, I feel like people in the area, they love Dipset. So it's like Cam was the hardest nigga in Dipset.
But he wasn't.
He wasn't, though. Jewels was for sure. He was competing with Wayne. Like, they were going back and forth. Like, not in a competition where they loved each other. But, like, I don't get Cameron stance. I just, I don't
But it's
get
so many of them. It's so weird.
It is. And I've seen, like, videos of him rapping well, but it was, like, early in his career, and it was like, when he was rapping with Mace. So, like, but even some people don't like Mace because he has a slower cadence, and he sounds.
And I was about to say, like, he's not even as good as Mace. Like,
he's not. No, he's not.
Even when
Harlem World, I still have that out.
Even when they had their whole little beef or whatever that was, Mace diss track was fire, and Mace hadn't came out with music in years. So like, I don't remember the name of it. It was like, it was one of them like Greek gods, like Oedipus or some shit like that.
But yeah, I don't. Maybe I gotta go back. Maybe I gotta go back and listen. But from what I remember, Cam will blam you is just not. It's not gonna get me to keep listening.
Like even like his verses in Oh Boy, I don't remember them being nothing for me to be like I haven't listened to Oh Boy since I was probably like 11.
We for sure heard it in college, maybe. Well, no, we went to college in the South. They weren't really.
I was about to say.
They weren't playing
it. If we wasn't playing it, I don't think we was hearing it. Like,
it was for sure a nigga from New York in our dorm, and we walked past and was like, "You playing Old Boy?" Maybe. Remember that nigga who kept saying "Europe"? Remember him? Yeah. I feel like he was playing it for sure, even though he wasn't from New York. He was from like Red Springs or some shit. Do you think Ice Spice goes back at Latto?
I hope not. It's only down from here. It's only down.
We haven't seen any range from her. Like, it's the same shit.
I'm waiting for Megan to release her shit.
Niggas forget that Megan can rap.
I also feel like a couple of those bars was aimed at Nicki too.
From Latto?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That why you yelling bar? We not buying what you selling. That was.
And it's fucked up because Latto has come out. She said, like, I looked up to Nicki, and the fact that I'm beefing with her is crazy. Like,
but that was
when is Nicki gonna understand that she
turning into Lil' Kim?
Yeah.
Even though she created that beef with Lil' Kim too. So like she made Lil' Kim the bad guy in that beef because she literally just was like, "Ooh, I see your downfall. So now all I'm gonna do is just recreate what made you hot, and not give you no credit for it." Like, so I don't know. Like, she's always been kind of like enigma. Yeah, she's always been.
You gave it a nice word. She weird. She on some weird shit. You're 40. Like, grow up. Yeah. These girls, every single last one of them, they've looked up to you. Like, we know that. We can see it.
And it's weird because like the ones that you decide to like champion are always the ones who aren't really competition to you.
They can't rap. Like that's just they can't.
Like, you had every opportunity to champion Remy when she got out of jail. You had every chance to champion Cardi when she got big. Had every chance to, like, hop on a Meg track. Well, they did that one track together, but it didn't really go off probably the way Nicki wanted it to. And then Meg did WAP, and that went crazy with Cardi. So Nicki probably salty over that.
Yeah.
Like,
what's your stance on that? Do you feel like if you do a song with somebody who's currently in a beef, you shouldn't do a song with the person that they're beefing with?
Nah, because like we talked about last weekend, I think that shit was real dope what Mick Jenkins did. Like, he got a song with Benny and Freddie Gibbs and put them shits back to back on his album. Like,
yeah.
Like, and again, you know them niggas either saw it or heard it because, like, when you go download the album, you going to look to see where your song is at on that shit. And you're like, oh, this nigga think he funny. like, but it's dope at the same time because it's like, nah, nigga, that shit is kind of funny. Like,
yeah. And I think Freddie would laugh at it.
Yeah, and that's... Like, and Freddie went first, so he could laugh at it and be like, "Ha, nigga!" Like, he put my track first. Like,
I just don't. I don't have no obligation to y'all beef.
Yeah,
I'm not in this shit. Like, I fuck with both of y'all. I'm not. And it's not like we day ones, and so I just gotta ride for you. No,
yeah, like it's not like it was West Side or like somebody like that. But that's also where, like, you know, women are a little weird in that sense. Like, women are the like, oh, your best friend can't be my best friend. like it's a possessive thing. So it's like when Nicki did, well, I forget what the name of the shit called. I think it was like Hot Girl Summer or some shit like that. When her and Meg did that, John, and it flopped, and then she do a song with the person that Nicki beefing with, and that shit go double platinum. It's
she gotta look at that like,
oh, fuck both of y'all bitches. Like,
that got a sting too.
Because it's like, wait, the two new bitches popping more than me and one of these new bitches? And then because, like, I never accepted the first bitch, I'm the common denominator in that. Like,
yeah.
like, because Nicki ain't really popped off on her own until, like, this album.
Everybody.
Like, but this, like, even like just in general, like, this probably her most successful solo album
it is
in years. Like,
yeah.
Unless you want to go with, like, of course she had the pop shit like
Starships. No.
But like
talking about rap.
Nobody been like But that Queen album, I don't really know how like well received it was, but
Yeah.
like I liked Barbie Dreams, but that was just a spin on
Barbie
uh
Girl.
nah, it was a spin on
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
the Biggie song.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying now.
Like,
Damn, that was so. It felt so long ago,
yeah, that was.
right?
I mean,
Like,
at this point, it was what 6 years, 2018, something like that.
yeah,
But like, Nicki
and
ain't
that's the
really
thing
been
too.
Nicki ain't really been Nicki in the rap game for a long time. She just been holding on to the like the name
Yeah,
from 2010, 11, 12 when she was actually a rapper.
they need to bring like real mixtapes back. And I get that like legal shit is involved. People don't want you to use their beats anymore. But I feel like if she just dropped a fire ass mixtape where she was like really spitting over other people's beats, I feel like that'll like spark some shit.
It would allow her to be creative, like because like I think that's what's easiest for most people. Like it's like you hear something, you get inspired by it, and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I could do my own thing with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think she lacks her own creativity because she did so much when she first came out.
Because even this last album, most of it was like samples, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was sample heavy,
Yeah.
especially the first part of it. I haven't went back and listened to it, but I know like the first like 4 or 5 songs, I was like, damn, sample, another sample.
And it was lazy sampling. It's as soon as you hear it, oh, that's that song.
Yeah,
Like, I hate that type of sampling. I love the type of sample where you gotta be like, hold up.
and like
Is
a lot
that?
of people said the same thing about 21 Savage,
Nah.
but like he was doing something different. Like he made a R&B album sound like hip hop. He wasn't trying to make like hip hop sound like R&B.
And this was his best album, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, he was rapping better than we've ever heard him rap. The production was good. And he got really good features.
Yeah,
This was
and
his
that
best
was
album.
my thing. I was talking to my boy from the military about it, and like I was just like, the sampling might be lazy, but they all like sound good. Like you might be able to be like, oh, that's that song, but when you listen to it, it's a different sound. Like he didn't just lay down the beat and like rap over the beat. They laid down the beat, added a couple 808s, some snares here and there, and it was just like, all right, this is what we need for it to be our sound. Like,
Yeah. 21's for sure going to be all right. As far as women in hip hop go, what's a feature you want to see? Like, what's two female rappers that you want to hear together?
honestly, I would like to hear, and this is going to be funny coming from me. I'd like to hear Sexy Red and Trina do something.
That'd be hard. That would be hard. I want to hear Flo Milli and Baby Tate. And this is going to sound funny coming from me, but I want to hear Rhapsody and Nicki. Because I feel like rap will make Nicki really rap. So, like, there ain't no fucking point in running with Rhapsody.
Yeah, no, you
She
can't.
goes at niggas. So, it's like,
You can't get on a track with her and like come with some foo like
no. You're going to get washed.
you can't come with no fluff on a song with
Yeah.
Rhapsody. Huh?
So far, she's watched Kendrick. She's watched Cole. Like, who else? Well, I mean, Anderson .Paak, but like he was singing mostly. Like, but she's washed.
And then she took shots at the whole game like, on that
Like
on that single that
the
she
intro.
dropped. Yeah.
Like, the intro of Eve. She went crazy. So like, there is no getting on a track with her, and you're claiming to be the queen of rap,
She said
and you just like,
she said I'd be top 5 if I had a dick. Like,
yeah,
like,
that's real though. Like, who you know is rapping as good as her, like for as long as she's been rapping since we were in college.
I'm about to say it seemed like forever. Like it seemed like forever at this point. Like
since 2012, 2013. Like, and she keeps getting better with Ninth Wonder production.
And I think that's why
calling her a goat.
I think that's why it seemed like she'd been rapping for so long, because it's like she done had that Ninth Wonder like she done had that Ninth Wonder plug since she came out. Like,
yeah. And
that's a nice thing to be able to just sit back and know that you're gonna get a fire beat that you can just go crazy. You could just go crazy over whenever you want. But.
So I don't know. I would love to hear that because it would force Nicki to rap, and she would have to get in her bag for sure.
Sexy Red and Trina though. Oh my
That's
god.
The one. Cooked with
that. The strip club, my nigga. I don't even go to strip clubs. I'll be in that bitch throwing.
That would be crazy. That would break the internet.
Yeah, we gotta figure out a way to get that going. Like, I don't know what the rock star doing right now, but like, she could bend that ass over and make that coochie breathe one time for the one time. Like.
You know who I would want to hear, and this is going to sound stupid, but the City Girls and Salt and Pepper.
I take your man.
Yeah. I mean,
did they redo that song? Yeah, I think they redid that song. Yeah. They should have had. Why didn't they have them on the remix? That would have been fire.
They can redo Shoot.
That would have been fire.
They can redo Shoot. Spin the beat a little bit. Get them on it. That'd be hard. It wouldn't. But I still want to see it. Because I just don't know what shape Salt and Pepper is in right now.
I feel like one of them still look pretty good. One of them always like stayed in shape.
I'm talking about rapping shape.
Well, nigga, like that's a bad like word to use when you say like you could have said anything but shape, nigga. Like,
we're talking about rapping.
We were talking about women, nigga.
All right, Killer Mike and Kai. We running out of time, so let's get on this real quick.
So my first thing is like I felt like where Casanat went wrong was that like, or at least in his like replies to Joe Budden, it's like
it was the old
you pick now to say something when like they one of the like main podcast platforms that's like always giving him his love.
Yeah.
So it's like
and
like even when they do talk about him like on a like jokey joke tip, it's always like bigging him up. Like when they was talking about how he had like everything like shut down in Times Square. Yeah. Like all they was like, nigga, I wouldn't have wanted to be a part of that shit either because like you shut down like center like Times Square in New York in the like middle of the day, nigga. That was dumb.
But even to your point, and they are the main podcast in hip hop. Like, let's not act like you don't know. I don't even know what you do for real. Blah blah blah. Blah. First of all, let's explain what happened. So, Killer Mike swept the rap category in the Grammys. Kai was reacting to it. He was pissed. He said that Utopia should have won.
Trash.
And nobody knows who Killer Mike is and blah, blah, blah. Fucked up because you're living in the city that Killer Mike has benefited since you were probably in diapers. And, let's just keep it real.
He said her loss or Utopia. But Utopia.
Her loss was in 2022. I don't even know why it was in this Grammy cycle.
And like Utopia was trash.
It was mid as fuck. Like I know off of that one.
I was about to say it had like 3 or 4 songs on there.
Yeah. Fiend is fucking terrible. Like it's that it feels like you're worshiping the devil. Like, he's just saying fiend a bunch of times, and y'all little young stupid motherfuckers is moshing and sweating on each other, and like, go talk to a girl. Like, get off of me. Like, God damn.
I have never heard anybody say, "Yo, put on some Travis Scott."
No, because
like, and if
it's
was
more of an experience,
it was sicko mode. Like, just like, are we not going to act like Travis Scott wasn't the same person that made 3500 with T.I. and 2 Chainz in them and like couldn't get off the ground? Like, right, Travis Scott got big because of a Drake plug, just like everybody else. Like,
well, and Kanye, he wrote for Kanye a lot, so like, that's just.
He wrote for Kanye on like his like worst recepted album ever. I like it. I have always said I like Yeezus.
It's a good album,
but like, I'm not giving Travis Scott credit for that. Like, because was Kanye rapping on there? No. Like, go put on Black Skinheads right now. It ain't no rapping in that song. It's a bunch of yelling and a nice 808. Like,
so, like I said, Kai went off, said that nobody knows who Killer Mike is. It should have been Utopia or Her Loss. Joe responded to that the way Joe does, and
told y'all young niggas to shut the fuck up. like,
outside of like all of the screaming and yelling that Joe does, he made a good point that, like, first of all, you're saying you don't know who Killer Mike is. That's the problem. You want to be in this hip hop space, but like, you don't understand the gamut of hip hop. And so before you even like speak on some shit negatively, you should probably have listened to the album before like caping for your man who you want to be on a stream. Overall though, like, his point of like, y'all young niggas just need to shut the fuck up. I get where he's coming from. It sounds like hate. It does. But I completely understand it. It's like, you do need to shut the fuck up. Because you didn't listen to it. You don't know what Killer Mike has meant to hip hop for, like, since Outkast came out.
Yeah.
Like, he's been with Underground since Outkast came out. He's constantly putting out good albums. And he's also one of the staples of hip hop that, like, does more than just rap. He does what he does for the community, and he's been doing it forever. And then Kai, like you said, came back, did the whole, you're old, we don't know you, y'all old niggas is getting out of the game soon, he said I could buy you. Which I hate the money argument so much. Because it's like, that's the first thing you run to.
If you don't know, you should probably just go listen to the album, because Killer Mike is doing shit like, when do we have to just like stop trying to make things popular and just listen? Like, and just listen. Like, it's not the best because of who made it. Like, at some point, music has to be judged off of the music
quality.
Like I'm not saying that Drake made a good album because it was a Drake album.
No.
I'm not saying Travis Scott was the best album of the year because he's Travis Scott. Travis Scott album wasn't better than Doja Cat's.
It wasn't.
Doja Cat album front to back is fire, and she wasn't even nominated.
I didn't even listen to the full Doja Cat album. Like, I heard a couple songs only because, like I said, I'm not gonna listen to something if you tell me I'm stupid if I listen to it.
And
it
for me,
better.
It was like I wasn't a Doja Cat fan before this, so like that's how she got me. Like it was like reverse psychology for me. It was like, oh, all your friends are stupid. Like, fuck it, I'll listen. Like you got me. You got me. Let me check this shit out. See what you're talking about. And I
But like
wasn't
you said,
disappointed at all. Like,
when are we going to be completely honest? Like, I get that you're a fan of his and you think he deserves it because that's what you played and that's what all of your friends played. And when you went to the club, you were hearing all of that. But, like, at some point, we have to judge shit on quality and not just because he's popular.
that was kind of my argument with you and Yamel that one day. I wanted to fry y'all up when we was
What?
talking about Swag Surf. Y'all was making me so mad.
Yeah.
yo.
Here's the thing. Both of you two are too much alike where it's like, even if you are completely wrong in an argument, you're going to justify your being wrong. You're going to say, yeah, but my intention, and I swear to God, the both of you, I have never heard either one of you say, you know what, I was wrong. My bad. I've never heard either one. There was one time when we were in college and you were completely wrong on something, and it was because you were doing something you ain't had no business doing. And me and Yamel called you out on it, and we could see it in your eyes that you were like, yeah, I'm wrong, I'm fucked up. And do you know what you said? You said, that's why I fucked Angel. And me and her look at each other like, what? Like, why would you say that? And then do you know what you said after that? I meant the other one. I meant the other one. And that's when I knew I'm dealing with two people that I'm just gonna have to be like, you know what, you got it. You're completely right. You are right. Fuck it. I know for a fact that you are wrong, but you can have it. And that's why I was like, two things can be true at one time.
And you know what? I was probably lying. Because I don't think I fucked no girl named Angel while I was in college.
I'm sure. But the point is, you knew at the time that I liked Angel and you were upset that you were wrong. So you dig the knife. And I'm like, when you saw that me and Yamel got serious and were like, why would you say that? I meant the other one. I meant the other one. Like, yeah, okay, sure. But that's why I was like, two things can be true at one time. You can say, yes, she boosted them to a completely different level, and now they're getting recognition for it. And HBCUs have been keeping that song alive, and they didn't acknowledge that. Even when you go to their Instagram page, they were on HBCU campuses. They were on performing with HBCU bands. They were doing all of this, but they never acknowledged the fact that HBCUs have been keeping this song alive for as long as it's been going. The only reason Taylor Swift would know about this, the swag surf, is because she's seen it from Black culture. So, like, she wouldn't sing that song herself. She wouldn't have stumbled on that. She was on Instagram looking at an HBCU.
And my point was, most of us aren't singing that song in 2024. Like,
but that's not true. Like, it's just not, we still see it. We still see it on HBCU campuses. They do it. They do swag surf. That's how she saw it.
But is it a driving force for them?
Yes.
How?
HBCUs have kept the song alive.
But if they came out and said that everything, all of their numbers were boosted.
Of course it's gonna boost. It's Taylor Swift.
And that was my only problem. It's like, you can't be mad at them for acknowledging what she's done.
And that wasn't our point. Our point was, yes, they can acknowledge that, but also acknowledge HBCUs. That was it.
To them, it's like, it's not the same. And for me, that's where I'm looking. Because, yes, HBCUs have kept them alive.
Yeah.
But you could be alive and be brain dead.
Okay.
And that was how like I was looking at it. Like it's like yes, they were vegetables. They were alive, but they were vegetables. Nobody was worried about them. Nobody was like you didn't have to feed them. None of that. And then now they said that labels were coming to them. So
Yeah.
it's like, bro, HBCUs don't have shit to do with that. Like,
Yeah.
like HBCUs were life support for niggas that wasn't ever going to be alive ever again. And
So
Taylor Swift resuscitated them.
So you discredit the life support?
What was the life support doing?
Keeping them alive. Keeping them alive.
But I couldn't live off of it. I was alive, but I wasn't living.
Okay.
That was where I was going with it. Like, yes,
Yeah.
HBCUs kept them alive, but like they was just laying in the bed, not doing like, I get out for 1 week or for a month out of every year so I can do my HBCU homecoming rounds and then fade into black.
And again, I think you missed our point of like, yes, you are completely right that Taylor Swift resuscitated them. She got them labels. She got them all of the shit that they are saying they got because of her. But there's a yes and. Yes, that happened, and you have never acknowledged us. That's it. You never acknowledged us.
So we don't move the needle.
That's just not true. Okay.
How? How is it not true if they were not relevant?
Are you saying HBCUs don't move the needle, or are you saying black people in general?
I'm saying their core, which is HBCUs, was not moving the needle for them. It was just what it was. It was just It was just there for them to like.
Are you missing the fact that I'm just saying they never acknowledged us? Is it like?
No, I'm saying what is there to acknowledge?
I've said it already. Like 4 years, HBCUs have been keeping them alive.
How much you think?
It could be a simple, yo, Taylor Swift turned us the fuck up. She did. Now we're up. Thanks to the HBCUs for keeping us in that in-between period. That's simple. It's that simple. They could even shit on us. Yo, yeah, y'all really wasn't doing shit for us. I mean, fuck y'all. All that shit. Y'all, but thanks for playing the song. Like, it's just, like something simple.
That's what I don't think they wanted to do. That's my point.
Yeah, that's clear.
That's my point. Because that's probably how they feel. It's like, yes, but how much you think they was getting paid for HBCU shows, bro? So that's my point. It's like, yes, y'all were doing, but like, why come out and shit on y'all for keeping us alive, even though we wasn't living? Like, y'all did y'all job. Your life support does its job. But at some point, like, I was either going to die, like I was either going to fade away because of like y'all was going to stop caring because y'all was going to pull the plug at some point. Like there was going to be a new hot nigga to do some. 5 years from now, it would have been everybody like, what's that shit? I Just Want to Rock. And Lil Uzi would have been at everybody fucking, and niggas would have just been doing this.
Like, but is there proof of that? Like, you're talking about something that hasn't happened. Like, to this day, HBCUs are still doing the swag surf. So we're talking about something that hasn't happened yet. My point is, they could even did the typical like Oscars. Thank you to all the little people that got me here. It's just like it's a simple acknowledgement. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
But they weren't asked about that. They were asked about how they felt about Taylor Swift.
And I'm saying in that moment, I don't think I could forget what got me to this point. Like, I don't know. Like I said,
Taylor Swift got them to that point. They would not have been doing that interview if Taylor Swift wasn't swag surfing.
I already acknowledged that. I feel like I'm talking in circles. Like, I already said, yes, Taylor Swift turned them up. She got them labels. She got them worldwide acknowledgement because she did this offbeat. Something that she saw on beat multiple times from different HBCU. But fuck all that, right? Forget all of that. She did it. Even if she never saw it from us, she saw the video herself. She said, hey guys, let's do the swag surf. It's all her. Fuck it. She gets every single bit of credit for doing it and turning them up and all of that good stuff. You say fuck life support, they were dead, they were vegetables, blah, 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 blah. Cool. If it wasn't, though, for that life support, they would have been dead already. So, again, it didn't have to be, fuck Taylor Swift. It was the HBCUs that got us here. They didn't even have to do that. My point is, on Black History Month, giving every single bit of credit to just her, it's just a little weird to me when the song came out in 2009, whatever, and you've been on life support for 20 years from this subsection of a school that, like, PWIs white people don't ignore. Like, it's recently got its popularity that, like, after the pandemic, Black kids want to go to HBCUs because they are tired of being in white spaces. Like, it's just a simple, yes, she did everything for us. But shout out to them too. That's all I was looking for. That's it.
All right.
Cool.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, for sure. You got to end the song for us?
Of course I do, my guy. My phone decides to work again. One of these days, I'm going to get a new one. I'm actually going to play because I'm looking forward to this album one of these days. Whenever he
Schoolboy?
Nah, I'm going with our white boy, Justin Timberlake.
Oh, okay.
Got a new track called Selfish. It's been out for like 2. And that is Selfish by Justin Timberlake. The album is not out yet. That is the lead single. And the album is called Everything I Thought I Was. So I'm expecting some slaps from that.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully with Timbaland and Pharrell. But yeah. Well, y'all, this has been another episode of the True Line Cross podcast. All you niggas that was talking about Drake dick, you're nasty.
And weird.
Yourself in the mirror.
That shit was
fucking
so,
disgusting.
Like, why?
Who raised you? Like,
I didn't even want to get to that, but like, what the fuck? Like, I'm seeing
niggas is nasty.
Niggas, like, I was so mad. Like, what the fuck? Like you just that bored? Like,
yeah, like, ugh.
Like,
I told you, shame and pride need to come back. Like, I get that, like, we not shaming niggas no more, but them niggas need to be shamed. Like, I'm sorry. Like, let's throw stones at them. Like, let them walk down the street and we just throw stones. Anyway, I've been Quan.
And I'm Scoob.
Peace, y'all.
Y'all have a good one.